Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Ryan Awesome Show with your host, Ryan Awesome. And we're here to talk about Friday Night SmackDown for February the 21st, 2025. Now, overall, it was a strong show, newsworthy show, a fun main event. I liked the main event with Damian Priest and Braun Strowman versus the Bloodline. Thought that was a really fun main event. But yeah, this was definitely a newsworthy show. We had The Rock. The Rock is back. And it was announced officially by WWE that WrestleMania next year is going to be in New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. As a Louisianian, that's great news. And I do plan on going to WrestleMania next year. I regret not going to 30, but I've been to 34. And now I plan on going to WrestleMania 42. Yeah, but the big thing to come out of SmackDown tonight was The Rock. I mentioned that he came back. So he came back, right? And he wanted Cody Rhodes' soul. So that's the big thing. And it was weird. It was weird, dude. That's the one word I described that Rock promo. It was weird. Like at first we was thinking that he won a WWE championship match, but this guy said, "I want your soul. I want your soul, Cody Rhodes. I want you to be my champion." And at the end of this, I was confused. I was like, the hell that means? I want your soul. Like he was talking to him like he's the devil. But yeah, it was weird. It was weird, man. So yeah. If you're watching this video right now, hit the thumbs up. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here each and every single week. I'm here on Mondays for Monday Night Raw, and I'm here on Fridays for Friday Night SmackDown. And once again, guys, hit the thumbs up because it really helps out with the video. And comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about SmackDown tonight. And so tonight we were live in New Orleans, Louisiana, in the Smoothie King Center. So yeah, man, about an hour and 25 minutes from where I am. And yeah, that was another thing. People was asking me, "Ryan, you should have went to the show." Like, nope, I had to work, and I wasn't about to drive all the way out there and freaking go through that traffic, man, because New Orleans traffic is crazy at night. So we went backstage. We had Nick Aldis. He was backstage with Cody Rhodes, and it was advertised. It was supposed to be a 6-man match with Cody, Damian Priest, and Braun Strowman versus Solo, Jacob, and Tama. But Cody got taken out of the match. And so he said it was by orders of the final boss, The Rock. So The Rock personally took Cody out of the match. So it turned into a tag team match. And so, yeah, we went to the Drew McIntyre match. Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy Uso. Drew McIntyre made his entrance first. And then Jimmy Uso came from backstage. He cut a little promo. He said, he asked a question to the fans, like, will Drew McIntyre go to WrestleMania? And he said, he did his whole no yeet. So Drew hit the reverse Alabama slam on the steel steps to Jimmy. And so to end the match, Drew tried to go for the reverse Alabama slam again. But Jimmy, I was about to call him Jay, did the victory roll, rolled up Drew McIntyre for the victory roll to win the match. So Jimmy Uso won the match. And so after the match, Drew was a sore loser and he took out Jimmy. And he was about to Claymore kick Jimmy's head to the turn post, the ring post. But the referees and the official had came out and stopped Drew. And so Drew, he had broke free. He ran into the ring and he gave Jimmy a Claymore kick. And so that was pretty much it. I was shocked that Jimmy got the win. And I for sure thought that Drew was going to win. And I was about to say, you want to make Drew look strong, but I guess at the end he did kind of look strong in defeat. But yeah, I was looking forward to seeing Drew win that match. Solo Sikoa, he was backstage. He pulled up in an SUV and he ran into Jacob and Tama backstage. And so Solo had told them like what happened last week to Tama was an accident. And so Jacob was like, "It's all good, Oos, but let's keep it 100. If it wasn't an accident, you wouldn't be standing here right now." Well, Solo said that he would be in Jacob and Tama's corner tonight for that match. And Jacob was like, "Hold on, man. Hold on for a second. Me and Tama, we've been running rough shots through SmackDown for weeks." And Jacob said, "Instead, it's going to be me and you tonight in this tag team match. You know what I mean?" And Solo said, "Okay, I understand." That is right there is why I love you, Jacob. And I'll be right back. I'm about to go talk to Aldis right quick. I'm going to be right back. And so before Solo had left, he had tapped Tama on the chest, and Tama kind of looked down at his, looked down at his chest like, dude, don't touch me. And that was pretty much it. Still tension with the Bloodline and Solo. Carmelo Hayes was backstage. R-Truth had showed up. And so he says, "It's going to be you and me for the first time ever." And Melo had said, "I beat you, man. I beat you last week." And so Truth said, "I never met you in my entire life." And so Truth had said, "We have a tag team match." And Melo said, "No, man. Who made the match? Who made the match?" And so Truth was like, him made the match. And so Melo said, "I'm not doing this him thing again." And Truth had said, "No, he made the match." And so Miz was him. Miz had showed up. And so Melo was like, "No, I'm him. He's the Miz." And so Miz was like, And we're Melo, don't Miz. Miz had asked Truth, who's your partner? And so Truth was like, my partner tonight is a Louisiana legend. And so Miz tried to get Carmelo Hayes behind the whole Melo don't Miz name and all that stuff. And so Melo just left them high and dry again. And so after that, we went into the tag team match with the Miz and Carmelo Hayes, which is Melo don't Miz versus R-Truth and this local legend. So Truth came out and he announced this Louisiana legend. And so this this dude said Louisiana Night. Because get it, L.A., Louisiana. And I was like, man, I cannot with this dude anymore, man. So Truth, he had bumped heads with Carmelo, so both of their heads had clucked together. Truth had tagged Miz in. He was thinking that Miz was his partner and all that stuff. And of course, they are former tag team partners and they are former tag team champions in Awesome Truth. And so Miz was like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, we had an awkward spot with LA Knight and the Miz. I don't know what they were going for, but you know, it didn't look good. Shinsuke Nakamura had attacked Knight from the crowd right behind the referee back, so the referee did not see it. And so Knight is taken out. And so to end the match, we had the first 48 skull-crushing finale combo finish to Truth to win the match. So Melo don't Miz win the match. And it looks like they're going to be a tag team. So Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion, she had a match against Candice LeRae. So Tiffany had came out first and she cut a promo. She says that everyone's been obsessed with me ever since I became champion. And she says that she and Trish will make sure that Nia and Candice comes to a definitive end. And she said that Charlotte had picked her as her opponent at WrestleMania and says that Charlotte loved to kick people while they're down. And Tiffany has said she's not here to take Charlotte's legacy, but she's here to take her place at the top. And so Nia Jax had interrupted. She and Candice LeRae came out. She said that she and Candice will destroy her and Trish at the chamber. So Nia has said right after she's done, she's getting her WWE Women's Championship back. And Tiffany has said, this is not your title anymore, Nia. And Tiffany has said, right after I get through Candice, you're not going to have anybody to do your dirty work anymore or ride your coattails anymore. So Nia and Candice, they were through waiting, and so they wanted to beat up Tiffany Stratton right now. And so the referee had stepped in the way to stop it. So we went to commercial break, and so right after the commercial break, we was already in the middle of the match. Charlotte Flair's music had hit, and she took our time coming out. And she joined the commentary team. So Tiffany, she did an outside moonsault. And dude, I freaking gasped, man. Like, dude, she did not get none of them. She landed right on her heels. And I heard a loud thud. And I was like, man, we cannot have Tiffany Stratton getting hurt, man. We cannot. And yeah, luckily she wasn't hurt. Thankfully, she wasn't hurt. Nia tried to take out Tiffany, but Tiffany ended up taking her out. And then she hit her prettiest moonsault ever to Candice to win the match. And so after the match, Nia attacked Tiffany. And she went for the Annihilator, but Trish Stratus' music hit. And she started cleaning house for a bit. Nia and Candice ended up fighting back. Nia hit her Annihilator finish to both Tiffany and Trish, which looked weak. And so Nia and Candice, they left. And so Tiffany was still laid out in the ring. And so Charlotte got in the ring. And she just started pointing at the WrestleMania sign. And that was pretty much it. It's Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest. They were backstage. And Priest was asking Cody Rhodes, man, what's up with your boy Rock? And so Cody was like, you know Rock, he always shows up around this time, WrestleMania season and all that stuff. And Priest has said that last year's WrestleMania, we both walked out as champions, world champions. But it's a shame that this year, one of us is going to walk out as world champion. And so Priest has said he's going to win the chamber and he's going to go after Cody and walk out as the new WWE champion. And so Cody has said, I wouldn't have it any other way. And so Cody left and Braun Strowman showed up and he was like, look, Priest, I had the match won, but the bloodline, they screwed up everything. And so Priest is like, calm down, man. Calm down, man. You're starting to sound like Drew McIntyre. That was funny. Yeah, Priest said that we need to focus on the bloodline. And Braun has said that he couldn't wait to get his hands on them. And so Byron Saxton, he was backstage with Bianca Belair and Naomi. And so Saxton had brought up the videotape from last week. And so Naomi had cut off Byron. And she said that she knows that Liv and Raquel are the culprits. Says that they will get revenge on Liv and Raquel on Monday Night Raw. And Bianca has said that when they're finished with Liv and Raquel, they're going to focus on the chamber. Because one of them is going to walk out #1 contender for the women's championship, women's world championship. And so Naomi says that Liv will feel the glow tonight. And so we went into the match that was supposed to happen with Naomi versus Liv Morgan. But that match got canceled. And so Liv and Raquel, they ended up attacking Bianca and Naomi from behind during their entrance. And so, yeah, the match got called off, just like what I said earlier. And so we saw the Rock had pulled up in his truck. And we all knew it was Rock. They didn't show his face, but we all knew it was him. And we went to commercial break. came back from commercial break, Nick Aldis was angry. He was mad, and he kicked Raquel and Liv out the building. Liv and Raquel, they were laughing, and so they both left. Chelsea Green and Piper never came in. They showed up, and they wanted to take Bianca and Naomi's spot in the chamber because they got hurt. And so Nick was like, no, that's not how it works. Green has said, it's not fair. It's not fair. Is this how you treat your first ever and longest reigning and youngest and oldest U.S. champion in history? That's how you treat a champion? And so all this had gave Chelsea Green a match next Friday on SmackDown in Toronto, but we don't know who her opponent is. Yeah, The Rock made his way to the ring, right? So yeah, somebody had dropped their phone, right, on the floor over the barricade, and The Rock had came over and picked up this person's phone and gave it back to him. Rock did his whole spiel. Finally, The Rock has come back to New Orleans. And finally, WrestleMania is coming back to New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. He was to sing Saints Go Marching In. And he was like, nah, this ain't Sing Along with The Rock. We call New Orleans trailer park trash. And so the crowd had started booing The Rock. And he says that he's here to call out a man who he respects. And he talks about Cody Rhodes. And so Cody Rhodes came out, made his entrance. Cody and Rock, they hugged each other. And Rock was kissing up to Cody, really. Talking about, you're a great champion. We became great friends. Our moms became great friends and all that stuff. At this point, I was like, dude, just get to the point. What do you want? Rock said that he's on the board of directors of TKO. And he says that he wants Cody Rhodes to be my champion. And I was like, huh? I want you to be my champion. Cody said that he didn't expect he and Rock to be friends, but Cody says, I'm their champion. I'm the people's champion. And so Rock has says, if you can be my champion, I will open doors for you, Cody, and I will make all your dreams come true. Your family's dream come true. And he kept saying this. Cody, I want you to be my champion. I want you to be my champion. So Rock had told somebody in the crowd, I'm going to slap the syphilis off your face. Rock was like, oh, I want a brother. And so he brought up everything that happened last year during the build up for WrestleMania and him slapping him in the face and all that stuff. And so at that point, I thought Rock was going to slap him back, but that didn't happen. So he kept saying, Cody, be my champion. I want you to think about it. And I want an answer. I want my answer at the Elimination Chamber. So I'm giving you time to think about it. And by the time I get to the chamber, I need you to answer this question. So he says, I want that. So we all assume he was talking about the WWE Championship. So he was like, I want that. And so Cody said, you want my title? And so Rock had cut Cody off. And he was like, Cody, I don't want your WWE Championship. I want your soul. Cody, he looked shocked when he said that. And he was like, I'll see you on March the 1st. And that was pretty much it. And I was like, what? His soul? He wants his soul. I had a couple of names for it. Soul Taker Rock and Soul Man Rock. Or Soul Man Rocky. But yeah, this was weird, man. This was freaking weird. I would expect The Undertaker to say, I want your soul. But not in a million years I would expect Rock saying, I want your soul. First off, what does that mean? And I want you to be my champion. And what if he say no? Like, because he already said it. He was like, I'm the people's champion, right? I'm their champion. That's the same look I had on my face. I don't know, man. It was weird. But before he left that last time, didn't he say he wanted a shot at the WWE Championship? You remember that time when he had the People's Championship and Cody had his title? And they swapped titles for a second? Why would he say he don't want the WWE Championship? It was just weird, man. We had DIY, the WWE Tag Team Champions, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus Pretty Deadly. And they came out, they talked on the microphone. They said that they were crushed Pretty Deadly's hopes and dreams on becoming the Tag Team Champions. And so they demanded everybody to stand up and give a moment of silence to Pretty Deadly. So Pretty Deadly's music interrupted and a brawl had broke out between these two teams. And Pretty Deadly had knocked DIY out of the ring while their music was playing. So I thought that was funny. As the Street Profits had showed up during the match and destroyed everybody, and it was a disqualification. So the Motor City Machine Guns music had hit. They got no reaction whatsoever. And so the Machine Guns, they tried fighting off the Profits, but they failed. And that was it. That was a beatdown. And I don't know if the Street Profits going full heel or not, but I like this new side of the Profits. They tried doing that last year with Lashley and the Profits, but you know, nobody wanted to boot him. And so now that they're on their own, we can finally get this heel run with the Profits. Kevin Owens spoke. He was recording from his phone. You couldn't just take the punishment that I already given you, Sammy. You want to hurt me? You want to end my career? Which will hurt my family, by the way. Let's talk about your family, Sammy. We learned that Kevin Owens was outside of Sami Zayn's house. Yeah, just like I said earlier, he was recording on his phone. He turned the camera around and we saw the inside of Sammy's house. And so it was his family, his wife and his son. Kevin was like, do you know what you're about to put them through, Sammy? When they have to watch me in your career in Toronto? What will happen when you can't provide for them anymore? Sammy, you're going to make me do this to them. And so, Sammy, you're just selfish. And I'll never forgive you. You asked for this, Sammy. And this is all your fault. Kevin Owens showing up at Sami Zayn's house was wild, man. And secondly, Sami Zayn needs some curtains and he needs some blinds. We went into the main event, which is probably the best match on the show. Best match on the show, in my opinion. Damian Priest and Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa with Tonga in their corner. So Solo was talking, right? And so Jacob had cut off Solo. And he was like, I'm all gas and no brakes tonight. And we've been dropping bodies. You know what I mean? Another thing you should probably pay attention to is that they played Jacob's music instead of Solo's music. That was different. Jacob been running rough shots, man. He's making Solo realize that I'm in charge. So Jacob and Braun, they came crashing over the barricade. They took a rough landing over the barricade by the timekeeper's area. And they almost took Lillian Garcia out. And so, yeah, it was a rough landing. Jacob accidentally super kicked Solo in the match. And then Braun had pounced Tama and Jacob over the announcer's table. And so we had the South of Heaven to Solo Sikoa from Priest to win the match. And that was pretty much it. Damian Priest and Braun Strowman won the match. And more tension. Last week, Solo had accidentally Samoan spiked Tama. And now this week, Jacob accidentally super kicked Solo. Was that an accident? Or did he did it on purpose? And so that was pretty much it. Overall, it was okay. The show was okay. It was definitely newsworthy. You had The Rock on the show. That's still the confusing thing. I want your soul, Cody. I want your soul. Give me your soul, Cody. It was weird and funny at the same time. Cause that's so unlike Rock. But yeah, that was pretty much it with SmackDown. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here each and every single week. Here on Mondays for Monday Night Raw and Fridays for Friday Night SmackDown. And yeah, if you guys missed anything, everything is in the description. And follow me on Instagram and all the other socials. All that's going to be in the description too. I'm going to be filming something on Monday, so I'm not going to catch Monday Night Raw live. By the time I get home, Monday Night Raw will probably be finished. So I'll probably catch Raw the next day on that Tuesday. And I'll probably give like a quick review. But on that Friday too, on the February 28th episode of the SmackDown, I'm not going to be able to watch it live because I'm going to be in Tennessee for a match. So I'm not going to be able to watch it live because I have a match that night. So yeah, so I'm possibly going to be out next week. So I'll let you guys know, but I'll see you guys when I see you guys. And once again, guys, thank you guys for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, and thank you. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome, my awesome ones. And that's that.